Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and our Simple Abundance year with Sarah Broderick's book, Simple Abundance. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you will, because we are having quite a year so far, 2020, as we go through Sarah's book. It's a journey to a more joyful and balanced life. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I always go through the various what she calls joyful simplicities for each month. It's kind of a list of ideas of things to bring more enrichment into your life during that particular month. And in the month of May 2020, which is where we are now, we have been predominantly talking about the home. We have explored so many topics like decluttering and considering feng shui and deciding what you need to feel comforted or mothered, or just that at-home belonging feeling in your home. And one of Sarah's joyful simplicities for May is something that goes hand in hand with thinking about the home, because she asks us if we have a treasured collection, and if so, why are we, or maybe we're not, why aren't we putting it out on display and really cherishing it? Like, you might have a collection of things that are just in a drawer or in storage or something like that, and you're not honoring them. Like, maybe you collected things when you traveled around, or you have statuary, or like your kids left their collection of Disney characters or something, and they would add to that feeling of home. So she asks us to give a nod to those things and really think of a way that we can bring a little more personality and love into the home by honoring those things. So I thought it was a perfect time. I don't particularly have my collection on display, but I do have a cherished collection, and then a fun little thing to tell you about it. My collection is a postcard collection that I've had since probably the earliest one was when I was 8. We used to do a lot of traveling around when I was growing up. And so I have this collection. It's probably like this thick, and postcards are so thin. So because we traveled so extensively, my dad was a teacher and my mom stayed at home with us. So in the summer, we were able to take the summer and go across country and camp and everything. And because we did so much of that traveling, I have a postcard from almost every single state in the United States. And so I've wanted for years to do something with the collection. Like I said, I don't have them displayed in my home, although I could come up with a way to do this. The way that they are in my home is in this special box that says, "Find joy in the journey." And this box was a gift for my birthday a couple of years ago from a friend who I actually had the postcards in another just sort of like cardboard box, and she wasn't even really thinking about the postcard thing, but the cool thing is that this has maps on it, so, and it's the joys in the journey. So, okay, let me get to what this whole thing is. So in addition to having this YouTube channel where I have a vlog, I also have a blog on Blogspot, okay? And what I do with my postcards, first of all, I took them and I organized them, and I by alphabetical order, I made a little card for each state, and then I organized them all. And so what I'm doing, and I wanted to do this for years and years and years, is that I have set out a goal to try to revisit the postcard places again as an adult. And what I do when I go there is I find the spot. Like for instance, if you go to my blog, and I'll put the link in the comments below so you can find it, but if you go to my blog, you'll see that like the first one that I ever did was in Rockport, Massachusetts, and I had 3 different postcards there, and one of them was of the famous fishing building, which is called Motif Number 1. And so I went there and I was able to find the exact angle of where the postcard was taken, and I got my picture taken. And so last year I did a whole bunch of them. In fact, I think I got in 10 last year. So almost every month I went. This year I've only done 1 because, you know, the life that we're having right now is very different. And then also I did so many last year in the region where I could drive to that I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm gonna have to fly or do like a really extended trip to get somewhere to go to do some of these. But, you know, like for instance, say it's Colorado. I could always go to Colorado and do like a couple of the postcards together on that same trip. But this is how I'm honoring my treasured collection. I started to say that I have wanted to do this for years. I kept talking about it, and like, so I think it was in 2017, I was with some family members and I just was talking about it again, and one of them said, I don't think you're ever gonna do that. You know? And it was kind of like, what? Challenge accepted. And why am I blogging about it? Well, okay, I don't know. I probably have just a few followers, but so it's definitely not like for fame, just like this YouTube channel I just explained. This is like, I just have such a need for expression and like creative projects and things like that. So I am doing it also like this channel as an accountability thing too. Remember the movie Julie and Julia, where she said to her husband, she was like, I know, she came up with the idea of cooking through Julia's book, and then she was like, I have to blog about this, because it was basically like something to keep her on task to make sure that she finished it. So I do feel like I've wanted to do it for so long, and I really am proud of how many things I did last year. And most of them were day trips, or I made it into like a one night overnight thing. I do a lot of Airbnb like that. And then one of them I did a bus trip to go to Niagara Falls, which I hadn't been there since I was in first grade. So I don't know, it's just a way to like have some travel adventures. And I think I might have said to you guys, yeah, I did, when we were talking about being an explorer or getting ready for the journey, and that I'm like, I don't know that I'm like a huge world traveler. I'm doing better actually, since I mentioned to you guys I have some new medicine. So I feel like as long as I could stay on my medicine, I'd probably be okay. I just worry a lot about the things that I eat and how they might affect me physically. So when I think about like international travel, COVID aside, I do think of, you know, like, oh, what if I like ate some weird cuisine there or something? So, but traveling domestically in the United States, that appeals to me. And I still love to camp too. Like, I've actually thought like I'd love to get one of those things that you can put on the top of the car that is like a pop-up tent that you can sleep in. Because I will say, the last time I went camping, I did even write myself a note like, Carolyn, you really don't sleep well when you camp, you know. And I have this little tent that I've had for, I think, 27, 28 years. The zipper's broken on it. I need to get a new one. But I've thought about getting one of those pop-up things for the car. Hi, you came in, huh? So that you can just pop it up, and then there's like a ladder that you go up, and it's like having a bed on the top of your car. So I don't know. But Airbnb's just as nice. And sometimes when you stay at the Airbnb places, you get really great inside local suggestions for things to do and places to eat at and stuff. So this is my treasured collection. I'm wondering if any of you guys have a treasured collection that you might be thinking about putting around your house. Like, my mom used to have a teacup collection, so like she had my dad made her like cubbies, or she had those displayed, or I have some cubbies in my kitchen that I've been, like, I have a couple things in there, but I've been thinking about how I could make those a little bit more personalized. Like, you know I love Disney, so it's like I could potentially get a Disney statue or something like that. And I love fairies, so I don't know. So share with me in the comments if you guys have a treasured collection that you could potentially put out on display and really give it more of a nod and bring it into your whole personality of your house. I would love to hear about it. And check out my blog if it interests you at all. It's just me talking about my little adventures on the postcard. It's called Postcard Path. So the Postcard Path project, and you can find it on Blogspot. So I'll put the link in if you want to check it out. You can even actually subscribe there to follow me. Oh, here we go. There's a kitty. Just so that if you wanted to get notified there of new blogs that I post, you can also get emails about that. Like I said, I haven't done much this year so far, but maybe at some point we will be able to travel again and I can venture out and do some more of them. Hope you like the idea. Hope it makes you think about some hidden away things that you may have that you could definitely get out of storage or maybe put on better display than they are right now, and just bring more joy to your surroundings. Hope that you are, I got so distracted by my cat, sorry. This is Annabelle, my cat. She is my co-host here on the channel and always makes a statement. If you're just joining me today for the first time, she's pretty much a staple on the channel. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you on the next video for more discussions about our home. Oh, and you know what's coming? It's, oh my goodness, now she's showing off. It's home order. So we're gonna get into home caring and cleaning and task lists and all those things, and you'll get to the point where you like it. All right. Honey, are you seeing the birds? Oh, she's looking at something. You guys can't see it. It's really cute. Take care. Thanks for humoring Annabelle, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.